Welcome, dear learners. I am Pratima Shri, Assistant Professor, Department of English. Today we are going to see a short story, The Doll's House, written by Catherine Mansfield. Catherine Mansfield was born on October 14th, 1888 in New Zealand. She was one of the most talented writers of the modern short story in English. Mansfield was recognized as innovative, accessible, and psychologically acute. She was one of the pioneers of the avant-garde in the creation of this short story. She was educated in Wellington and London. Mansfield left New Zealand for England at the age of 19 to begin a career as an author. Her early life she spent in Wellington and its suburbs. Her relation to her short stories were good, like family ties as well as countryside memories. She died on 1923 at France. These are the characters of the doll's house. Anne Burl, she is a cruel woman of Burnell's family. Kezia Burnell, she is a younger daughter of Burnell's. Lotte Burnell, she is a middle daughter of Burnell, and Isabel is the eldest daughter of Burnell family. Now we can see about Kelvy family. Mr. Kelvy, he is a criminal who is in jail now, and Mrs. Kelvy, she is a washerwoman and mother of Lil as well as Els. Lil Kelvy is a daughter of Mrs. Kelvy and Els Kelvy is a little one of Mrs. Kelvy. The setting started at the courtyard and the second place was the schoolhouse. Now we can see the summary. The story moves around the dollhouse, which is sent to Burnell's family as a gift by Mrs. Hay. The Burnell children are brought up in a way such that they follow their elders in treating the fellow beings. There prevails some sort of discrimination based on economic status. The arrival of the doll's house make their family members feel proud of it. The doll's house is considered as symbol of pride. Contrarily, the Kelvys are deprived of basic needs. Mrs. Kelvis is a washerwoman and her husband is a criminal. Her daughters, Lil and Els, are restricted to interact freely with others because of their poor background. Even the teachers in the school show a different attitude towards the Kelvis sisters. The rich class people enjoy all the privileges, whereas the poor class Kelvis are not. Even they cannot get their dress, and Mrs. Kelvis gets bits of dress from every home she goes to wash. There is only one soul pays attention to Kelvy's sisters. It is Kezia. She is the youngest of Burnell family. She admits the Kelvys inside the gate to have a look at the doll's house, but they are driven away at Aunt Burl's immediately. Plot. Emphasis. Mansfield focuses the relationship among the society of her time, emphasizing themes such as prejudice and external appearances. Pacing. The rhythm of the narrative is fast, covering mainly the interest of showing and seeing the doll's house. Order. Chronological order. The central concept of this short story is the prejudice against poverty as well as the idea of false appearances. Besides, there is a subtle theme in The Doll's House, that is the example of parents about the education of their children, insiders, outsiders, and class, true and false feelings of friendship, innocence and cruelty, provincialism and pretense, pride and prejudice. The doll's house itself is a symbol of the Bernal family's societal position. When it is brought into the Bernal courtyard, it becomes literally a house within a house, a mirror of the Bernal's home. The narrator describes it as having a strong smell, so strong that it needs to spend time outside to air out before they bring it inside. Additionally, the house is painted a dark, oily spinach green and has two solid little chimneys, yellow varnish, and a tiny porch with big lumps of congealed paint hanging along the edge. These phrases barely make the dollhouse seem beautiful, and the fact that the house is nice enough but not exquisite is a reflection of Manfield's opinion of the Bernals' position in society. A foil for her own family growing up, the Bernals might have a large country home, but they are not living in a fancy house in town. Mansfield suggests the provincialism of the Bernals through the details of the house, criticizing to the pride they feel in the doll's house and the social clout it brings them. Now it is the assessment time. Here are few questions you can answer and comment in the comment box. Thank you.